Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, yes,
Hello, how are you?
fine. Yeah, fine.
Fine, great, excellent. So tell me, how is your day going?
I'm very hard today.
Was very hard. Why?
It's very busy to the work.
Oh, that sounds too bad.
Yeah,
Okay, so what about your weekend? What did you do on your weekend?
I stayed at my home.
Just eating ham?
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds really good. Okay, we are going to continue on the book. Okay, so the last class we did this activity, this reading, and this activity, right? So we are going to continue with this vocabulary notebook. Okay, for example, the first, write the sentences so that they have an opposite meaning. For example, my father drives really badly. Okay, to change it to opposite meaning, you need to change badly by well. No, my father drives really well. Yes,
yeah,
opposite to badly is well. So you continue with number two to number four. That's the first activity. The second activity is for each of the underlined words, think of a word with an opposite meaning. For example, loud, loud, the loudly, maybe it could be quiet. No, but quiet boys don't have a lot of sense. Yes? So
yes,
you need to change load to the positive to load. And the other, it's write a correct prefix by each word. For example, passion, patient, and patient. Okay? Are the three activities. These are the three activities. Questions about it?
no.
Okay, continue with activities. When you finish, let me know, please.
Okay. Ready, teacher.
Ready? Okay, we have the number two, my best friend.
Can be very mean.
Mean. Okay, number three, my boss.
Is an extremely polite person.
Person. Okay, number four.
I was very happy in the school.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So the badly, the opposite to badly is well. To mean by polite, rude person, and happy, happy. Okay. What about a number two for each of the underlying words? We have the number one. I have a pretty loud voice.
I have a very quiet voice.
Hey, yes, soft could be better than quiet. Soft. Number two.
My classmate is extremely shy.
A shy. Number three.
I am usually early for appointments.
Exactly. I usually early for appointments. Number four.
My brother is very fast.
Exactly. The opposite to slowly is fast or quickly. All that correct. Number five.
I think English is easy.
Mm-hmm. Is number six.
My sister and I have uh, equal taste.
Okay. Equal, similar, taste. Number three. The prefixes. The first is he's impatient. Number two.
She is dishonest.
She's dishonest. Number three.
He's unfriendly.
Uh-huh. That's dishonest, unfriendly. Number four.
He's incompetent.
Incompetent. Number five.
They are disorganized.
Exactly, disorganized. Number six.
He looks unhealthy.
Unhealthy. Number seven.
She's unreliable.
Unreliable. And the last, number eight.
He's inconsiderate.
Exactly, inconsiderate. Okay, questions about it, Kenny?
No,
Okay, welcome to class, Carlos. How are you?
Hello, hello. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay, so we are going to start now the unit 2 to talk about experiences. Okay, in this unit, you will learn how to talk about experiences on circuit dreams using the present perfect. We are going to ask about unusual experiences using present perfect questions. Keep a conversation going. Use do you, have you, etc. to show interest, and read a travel blog. Okay, so by this unit, we need to learn the present perfect tense. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to share the PPT. Okay, can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so well, we have a review. First, two different present simple and present continuous. Okay, we know that we use present simple to habits. For example, she gets up at 7 a.m. every day. The other use to present simple is true in the present. For example, he works on Wall Street. She's 60 years old. To general facts, general truths. For example, the earth is not flat, the sun rises in the east, and by future timetables of future schedules. For example, my train arrives tomorrow. We fly to Paris on Monday. Classes begin next week. Okay. And we use the present progressive or present continuous to talk about something that happening at the moment speaking to temporary actions. For example, I'm working in New York this week to fix plans often in the near future. For example, I'm meeting my friends after work. You know, that's a planned. The longer actions in progress now, for example, she's studying to be a doctor. And by trends, for example, more and more people are using cell phones to access to internet. Okay, so this is really easy. So now today we are going to learn the present perfect tense using the have. Okay, so first we have the uses to present perfect. Okay, we use present perfect to describe events that happened in the past and are still true now because you can see the results. For example, I have lost my case, so I cannot leave the house. He has started in the gym, that is why he is so tired. We use it to describe events that started in the past and are still happening now. For example, they have owned different restaurants for several years, and she has lived in Tokyo since 1998. The other use is to talk about life experience. For example, I have visited New York 3 times and they have done bungee jumping on several occasions. And well, the other use, however, you cannot use present perfect to describe experiences in someone's life if that person has died. Okay, when the person passed away, in this case, we are talking on past. In this case, for example, Michael Jackson's performed in train many times. Not has performed. Okay, so the present perfect in Spanish is when we say yo he, por ejemplo, I have lost my case, yo he perdido mis llaves. He has started again, ella ha empezado otra vez el gimnasio. Eh, él, sorry. They have owned different restaurants for several years. Ellos han tenido o han sido dueños de diferentes restaurantes. Ella ha vivido, she has lived. I have visited, yo he visitado. They have done, ellos han hecho, etc. So this is the use to present perfect tense. Questions about it, the different uses?
No.
No.
Okay, so now we have the grammar. Okay, by affirmative structure. Okay, by in this case, we are going to use like auxiliary verb. In this case, is have. So the structure is subject, the verb have to have. The verb next to have is on past participle. And we continue with the complement. Okay, I have here an example of some verbs that are regular and irregular. For example, cook and work are regular verbs. So the past to cook is cooked, to work's worked. The past participle is cooker and worked. Okay, now this is cooked too. Oops, because it's a mistake here. Sorry, it's cooked, and the gerund to cooked is cooking, and work is working. And by irregular verbs, for example, drink and could, we have drink, drank, drunk, drinking. And by could, well, it's could, and cutting. So in this case, by this structure, we need to use the past participle that you have in your verb list. Okay, do you remember the verb list that I shared with you?
Yep.
Okay. And we have here some examples. For example, she has cooked very well. I have drunk too much. We have worked very hard this week. So this is by affirmative sentences. The next is by negative sentences, negative structure. Okay. When I write a negative, I'm going to add the not next to have. So in this case, we are going to have subject, have not, plus verb and past participle and complement. For example, she has not cooked very well. I have not drunk much. We haven't run fast enough. Hello, we have already arrived. Okay, well, this is on present simple. I mean, I forgot to write here not, and the same by here. Yes, by the others. So questions about it?
No.
Okay, by a negative structure, remember, we need to add not next to have. And obviously, remember, we are going to use have according to the subject. If I have she, he, and it, I need to write has. And by the others, I, we, you, and they is have. Okay. By questions, okay, by questions, we write first the have plus the subject plus the verb past participle complement and the question mark. For example, has she cooked very well? Have you lived in a town? Has he completed the homework? And we have two options to answer, a long answer and a short answer. By short answer, you know that you need to write yes or no. The subject, in this case, we are going to use has. Yes, she has, or no, she hasn't. The same by the next. Have you lived in a town? Yes, I have. No, I haven't. Has he completed homework? Yes, he has. No, he hasn't. Okay. Well, here is a mistake. Okay. Questions about it, guys?
No.
No.
So we have here again the uses to present perfect. In this case, we use present perfect to a duration from the past until now. Now, for example, we have had a headache for 3 hours, and even the past at unspecified time. For example, I have met someone famous. Repeated events in the past until now. For example, they have had 5 cars in the past 2 years. To change over time. For example, your English has improved so much since last year, and incomplete actions that isn't expected to happen. For example, he hasn't finished the report yet. Okay, so we have this married to present perfect tense, the different uses, present perfect tense, to in a specified time, life experience, etc. Okay, can you take a screenshot of this summary chart, please? Okay, so well, by unspecified time, in this case, life experience. Okay, when the event happened, that an unspecified time in the past for things we have done in our lives, for example, life experience, but we don't say when they happen. So it's when we use present perfect tense. For example, I've met the president, or I have met the president. She's won many awards, or she has won many awards, but we don't know when this happened. To unfinished time periods, for example, I've been very busy this week. So well, we use the present perfect tense to talk about periods of the time that have not finished, such as today. For example, as today, this week, this month. So this activity has not finished. For example, he has studied a lot this year. To finish even connected to now, for example, this is an action that happened in the past, but has not a connection to now, or are still in the present. So this case is often a recent past. This is recently. For example, I've eaten too much. I don't feel very well now. I eaten too much. They've studied for the test. They are likely to pass it now. He lost his case, and he's had some bad news. Okay. By completion or achievement, for example, this activity has recently been completed or done. Some has just achieved something. So we used to ask someone of if something has been done or finished. For example, I have finally finished my homework. Has he tidied his room? We have just one or leaked. Okay. By direction of something for. Okay. This is common to use the for or since by present perfect tense. This is the by for and since. This adverbs. Okay. The case for by for, we use for by a length of time. In this case, for example, by years, months, weeks. But in this case, we have a number now. For example, 2 days, 5 months, 5 years, etc. So it's really common to use for by this. And well, we use it to say how long something has lasted until the present moment. For example, she has been in Spain for 3 weeks. We have known each other for many years. And the key is the sense, the difference is sense that we are talking about an point in past, but they have a number. For example, I don't know, maybe a day, Wednesday, a month, September, by years. It's really important. We use since by years. In 2019, and for example, a part date in breakfast. So in this case, we are talking about a point in the past. So in this case, we use since when we give the beginning point of the event that continues from then until today. For example, I haven't eaten anything since breakfast. She has worked here since September. We use present perfect tense to repetition and habitual actions. For example, she hasn't seen the movie over a dozen times. So when an activity has been repeated many times up until now, and it is likely to continue to happen. So these activities could also be habitual actions in the past. Yes, for example, we have eaten at the restaurant many times. And we use present perfect tense by the first time or the second time. For example, it's the first time it has rained on the street. Um, it's the second time we have been here. So when we have the first time or the second time with someone activity that happened first time, second time, or well, maybe the first time or second time, maybe the third time, fourth time, is really common to use present perfect tense. So questions about it, guys?
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So, well, we have here the summary chart by a grammar, the grammar summary chart by affirmative sentences, negative sentences, and by questions. Okay. So, well, now we are going to do the activity that we always do. The activity is write 5 sentences in present perfect on affirmative form. When you finish the affirmative form, you need to change them to negative and change them to questions. Okay?
Okay.
At the final, we already have 15 sentences. Easy.
Okay.
Ready.
Ready. Okay, so well, Carlos, are you ready too? And can you take a screenshot to pick by your sentences, please?
Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you, Kenya. Oh, Carlos is in class. Okay, so well, can you send me the first sentence, please?
Yeah. I have finished my homework. You have finished your homework.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, it's true. Yes, I have finished from D at the final. I haven't finished. And have you finished? It's not necessary the ever. Have you ever? It's not necessary because in this case
Okay.
you well you can use ever to say alguna vez. Yes.
Okay.
But this is have you finished? ¿Has terminado tu tarea? Have you finished your homework? Okay, number two.
I have had a headache since yesterday.
Headache. Yes, I have had a headache since yesterday. Well, I've have no. The next, I
She
haven't.
has uh,
Okay, just continue. Number three. She has
she has changed her mind.
changed.
Change.
Yes, she has changed her mind. Okay, she hasn't. And has she changed? Okay, number four.
My friend has watched this series twice.
My friend has watched it. Watch it. Number five.
I have slept well.
Okay, exactly. Have slept well. I haven't slept. And have I slept well? Okay. Questions about it?
No.
Okay. So well, um. Okay. So well, we are going to finish this. And before to finish the class, I would like to share with you well, like an activity that's going to help you. This activity is about how to have a good pronunciation by verbs in past. Okay, then past simple. Okay, we know that some verbs in past simple are regular and irregular, right?
Right.
In this case, this exercise is by regular verbs past simple or simple past. Okay, so by it, I'm going to share the next activity. Give me a second. I'm going to check if this page. Mm, mm, mm. No, this is not. Wait, do you remember that some verbs on past simple end with the sound by a T or D or a ED?
Yeah.
Okay, so by this, we are going to check this activity. Let me check it out because this is not the correct activity. We have in this activity a short explanation. No, it's not. Maybe it's the last. It's because I have 3 links. So maybe is this last activity? Yes, I get it. Can you see the screen?
No.
No yet.
Object. Yeah. I see.
So check it this chart. We have the pronunciations of ed. Okay, by the verbs that end in a voiceless sound. For example, P, F, K, S, C, H, S, H, G, H, C, and X. The sound on the final is going to be a T. By verbs ending in a voiced sound, like B, G, L, M, N, R, B, and Z, or vowel, the end of the sound is going to be a D. And by verbs ending in sound of T or D is ed. Okay, so in this case, the voiceless sound is, for example, help, help, yes, help. The P at the final is voiceless, but when we change help to pass, is helped, helped. ¿Se escucha? La T, help, helped. By, for example, call, call, se escucha muy fuerte el final, call. Entonces, when we change the call by pass, called, call, called. For example, kiss, kiss, kissed.
Kissed. No.
Cleaned, washed, loved. So, can you listen the different voiceless sound and voice sound?
Yeah.
Okay. So, um, well, this activity is easy to do it, but we are going to change by other. Did you take a screenshot? No.
No.
Okay, I'm going to share again. This. Okay. Can you see the screen now?
Yeah.
Can you take a screenshot, please?
Yes.
Done?
Done.
Okay, thanks. So now we are going to do this activity. This activity is going to help us to listen and get if the sound of the final is a T or G or a D. For example, we have walked. So we listen the audio that you have in the activity and choose if it's letter T, letter D, or ED at the final. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to share the link by WhatsApp. Okay, so you need to click to listen and you check the correct. Okay. So I'm going to share activity by WhatsApp. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay. So please continue with the activity. When you finish, take a screenshot by your score, please.
Okay.
How did you get a 7 to 10? What? Yes, which word has mistake?
I miss it
Okay.
and stay it
Miss
and
it. State.
undercover.
Okay. On record. Okay. Yes. Miss it. Miss it. Okay. Miss it. How you gonna listen? Now the S at the final to miss is
Sad.
slowly, is soft, exactly. So in this case, is miss it. Now the sound like a T.
Okay.
State, 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 state. The Y now to stay is not um loady, right?
Yeah, it's a D.
Yes, yes, it's this letter D, and it's in T, right? Stay, stayed. And the other, you say, did you say record?
Yeah.
Record? Okay, record, recorded. Remember, when the verb ends with D or T, the final is ed. Record, recorded. Need, needed. Want, wanted. Let me think another. A verb. Need, needed. Want, wanted. A chat, chatted. And ended, etc. Okay. So
Yeah.
when the verb ends with a D or T, it sounds on the final is like a ed. Okay, so now that you know the rules, try to practice by them. Okay, try to practice with verbs, with your verb list, choose whatever verb, and try to practice the correct pronunciation by each of them on past. Why this is important? Because we are going to use it to past simple, and we are going to use them to present perfect tense too. Because how you can see, all of these are irregular verbs, and the regular verbs end with a ed. So now that we are going to talk on a perfect present perfect tense. For example, well, in your sentences that you sent, for example, you have a change, no, change. Well, watch it, right?
Right.
Watch it. And that's all, no? Because you write finished. Yes, finished, like a T. Okay. So try to practice on them. Questions about it?
No.
Okay, so well, if you have questions, we continue tomorrow with this with present perfect tense. Okay, Carlos got has sentences too. I have drunk. I haven't drunk. Okay, my coworkers have arrived. Okay. For example, number 3 that I sent Carlos on WhatsApp. Can you read the sentence 3? My aunt
Has counted.
this is cooked, no? My aunt has cooked.
Cook.
Cooked. Cooked. For example, the next destroyed. This my dad has destroyed. And this is the second time water my water has, well, I don't know what's the next on this sentence. Okay, so well, if you don't have questions, we continue tomorrow. And remember, do the activities on recreo. By the moment, do you have any questions? No?
No.
Commentaries? Okay. So, see you, Kenya, and thank you for being here in class.
See you. Take care.
Take care too.
Bye.
Bye.